This here's Clint Cowpoke. You're watching the Reviews channel. Weird Kitty 07 Cats, On Location Cats Reviews. Fan Films channel. We almost have 1K views. Not views. 1K videos. It's 56K views. Anyway, so here's a review of Jackass Forever. Jackass Forever. It's real silly. But it does have, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. There's a different rendition of it in there. It's funny that on the other Calicat channel, got me attempting to sing that song. Banjo. No. But I like embarrassing myself. Anyway, so. Now, if you're going to watch Jackass, you got to have moonshine. I don't have any moonshine, so I got this here water. Anyway. So Jackass Part 4. Yeah. Okay, it's been about 20 years since the TV show on MTV. Most of the gang comes back. Ryan Dunn passed away 10 years ago or so, and they couldn't get Bam Margera because he decided to have a hissy fit. He decided not to be sober during it, so they kicked him off. Even though the first two movies they were kind of high, but apparently he couldn't do it. So he was all mad at Tremaine and Knoxville. Not so much at Steve-O. Now the clip that my nephew saw was the clip from the bee scene in the movie. When they showed his balls, Steve-O's balls. There's an awful lot of dicks in this movie. Awful lot of naked men about middle age running around with their dicks out. The whole thing opens up with Party Boy's junk as a Godzilla going into a miniature town set that's done up to look big. With them also on a sound stage, it looks like the Universal backlot. Probably is. But yeah, they made it up to look like it'd be Paramount's backlot too, because it is a Paramount thing. But they usually they trade off. So we have so bizarre Godzilla penis scene. Godzilla's cock penis. Instead of the monster firing Godzilla breath, he fires cum, or looks like cum everywhere. There's a lot of cum in this movie. Like they don't even mince words when the cum shows up. They just do it. It's like, well, they got a hold of several gallons of pig semen at one point. Yeah. And of course, Party Boy tasted it. This time he didn't even do a bet. He just tasted it. Just immediately jumped in. Oh, here you go. Okay, pig cum. Okay. Ew. Oh. Knoxville's used to going out on the farm and jerking off a pig, I guess. Ooh, what the hell's wrong with him, Party Boy? They really went after Danger Aaron in this one. Several times and several different gags. One of the most screwed up scenes isn't the bear scene. Although that is pretty screwed up. It's actually the scene early on where they do one of the sketches is Silence of the Lambs. In which they put them all in rooms that looked similar on a soundstage. And they looked like it looks like the same room in 3 different rooms, so they'll go in there and freak out. And then they tell them there's a rattlesnake in there. They show the rattlesnake before they go in, but then they secretly replace the rattlesnake, and they just have them running around in the dark. And they're totally convinced there's a rattlesnake in there about to bite their ass. And they're like, no! It's like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Oh my goodness, a rattlesnake. They reenact the cup test. with a softball player lady and a professional hockey player and a professional boxer, kickboxer shows up in it. Big, enormous black dude. Mmm. And yeah, they do the cup test again, and mostly on Aaron and some of the Knoxville, and not so much Knoxville. They do it to everyone else. There's of course the human ramp. Some of the new cast. They did not get Ellie Beast. I don't know why not. They should have. They should have had him eat a bunch of stuff. Or at least they should have gotten maybe Stoney or something. That Stoney should have been in there somewhere. Maybe it was. I don't think so. I don't think so though. I think it should have gotten those guys in there. but yeah, they didn't. Yeah, so Bam Margera and the other Margeras are missing in the story. They probably would have been in the Silence of the Lambs sketch and the other two. They would have been in the Bears sketch instead of Aaron. But yeah, definitely in the snake scene, he would have been in there in the snake scene. That's what he refused to do. He's all, I'm not doing that covert scene with a rattlesnake. I'm doing that. Oh, snakes. And the one of the new guys, the black feller, and his daddy is in it. And he got his dad, who's a cop. And they got him sucking a tarantula either up and down a tube, and on the other dudes, and it's him and Aaron again doing the tarantula thing. There's a scene where we have a coffee cart that shoots one of those air balloony things out of it. When you come up close to it, it goes, there's several trailer things, the whack hand thing, which goes horribly wrong. I won't tell you how. Didn't go the way they planned. Also, the bee scene kind of went out of hand too. They put the queen bee on Steve-O's naked private parts, and all the bees swarmed to the queen and began to build a hive on his junk. Oh jeez. Audience is like dying. These two heavy set people. I think they were critics from local. It was funny. They didn't say much about it afterward though. They stayed through the credits. They're gonna write about it later. So, two large critics. Yeah. Ew. My God, they probably thought it was wasted or something. Well, only a little. But yeah, of course there are 2 Calcat scenes in it. So yeah, and they're in it. They didn't cut them out. Yay! Well, they were more Cowpoke than Calcat, but they were there. Yeah. So, during lockdown, yeah. So yeah, they filmed it during lockdown around 2020. Yeah, so Calcat like. Yeah. So was it as I would say it's as good as the third one. It's funny that they're older and stuff. And, I mean, clearly there were some obviously majorly staged parts, like the Godzilla thing or the paintball thing at the end. But paintball merry-go-round fight thing was pretty hilarious. Dumping pig semen on them at one point was funny. But yeah, the cup test redo made every man in the audience freak out and grab their nuts, which was funny. Let me try to grab my nuts. Oh shit! Oh. I tried to get nuts. I blocked. Punching me in the nuts. Oh no. Yeah. In the nuts. So yeah. Yeah. So. There was a scorpion Botox scene. And they had a Jackass girl in it, and a couple of new guys called Poopies and one other dude. Well, I call him Poopies. He's a skater. They don't show him doing any major skate stunts though, because I know he can do them. I see him doing it on their channel. And shortly after making this, they went to Shark Week, and he got horribly bitten on his hand by the shark. So that was after the movie, but that wasn't in the movie. That was on Shark Week. But because he's well-to-do and all, they were able to fix his hand and not just cut it off. Because, yeah, anybody else, they would have just cut it off. You have no hand now, it's gone. No, they put it back together. And now his hand is, I don't know, it's fine or not. But yeah, but yeah, they were taking some gnarly hits in that one. And of course, the fans are wondering, did they show the part where the instruments and things? They did. That is in there, where they actually injured themselves on the set for 3 weeks, 6 weeks for one of them. And you can kind of tell that there was like the middle of this movie was like they had to do a hiatus for several months because yeah, at some point during it, Johnny Knoxville goes from having black hair to having white hair, grayish white hair, and they just didn't change it. So in the beginning, he's grayish white hair, back to the other stuff. Right? So there's an inconsistency with his hair because it just, they just didn't bother, I guess. They stopped dyeing it or something. But yeah, him and Steve-O got really messed up when they did that thing with the musical instruments on a treadmill, and a band coming along doing musical instruments on a treadmill. It looks like they both crashed and hit their heads. Both of them knocked out other guy, fucked up his neck and stuff, to his head. Could have been paralyzed doing that stupid shit. but oh shit, and like he wasn't though. He's rich, so they fixed it. But yeah. It was pretty gnarly. Yeah. And lots of ball sex. There's a scene which they crunch Party Boy's nuts into a thing so he can do a ping pong paddle out of his nuts. There's electrocution, tap dancing. There's electric lie detector followed by bear. You see part of the bear thing in the preview. Bear. Salmon and honey on the guy. Oh god. Ew. That could have seriously gone really wrong too. The trained bear could have bitten his junk off. But yeah. I was more of a bear cub, but still I could bite his junk off. It's junk. The furniture store scene where the guy on the lift was clearly a set because they wouldn't have been able to do that. It's really a set, but still, that's fine. You know, they can't do that. Oh, the gag with a flying, blasting toilet into space, that was also set. Also, the musical chairs one was on a lot, but they put a chair thing underneath it to blow the chair up and launch them. Yeah, that went a little wrong too. So it's more fun to see it when it goes wrong and Wee Man goes flying backwards. Poor Wee Man. It sucked. It landed on the equipment behind the chair. Dude, let's not do that again. Ooh, and do they light a fart underwater? Well, you'll just have to see it. Not going to give everything away. But yes, Jackass Forever. Without, Ryan Dunn died. And without Chris Pontius. No, it had Chris Pontius. Without the other guy. Or Jared. Bam. Come on, wait. Must be this water is getting me high. Sure it ain't Scotch whiskey. Well, that was last night. The Starcracker costume don't fit in the murder. You know. Mmm. It's regular stuff. Yeah, they're kind of confused as to who was what in there. Yeah, yeah. They were saying that Roadkill was Raxler. I was Raxler. Roadkill was Thompson. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I guess that's kind of it then. Go out and see Jackass Forever. I'm Raxler of the 3rd Civic Garrison. I have a white cloth wrapped around my head. Yes. For no reason other than I stepped out of the shower just now. That's all it was, actually. Yeah, there was no ethnic connotation there at all. He literally was supposed to be in a bathrobe and a towel on his head. That's all it was. He's in a bathrobe. But I forgot to put the bathrobe on. So. In the other scene, I had the bathrobe on. So there's like this discontinuity. One point he's got the bathrobe, and then he's wearing the command shirt again. It's like, wait a minute. Right in the middle of... Anyways, do Jackass, guys. Tried to cut it, but it was tough for him. The scorpion Botox scene. Stay for that one. They did ask permission, though, to they made sure to get a close-up when Party Boy said, "The scorpion's now on your chest. Do I have permission to reach out and take it off your chest?" So, yes, get the scorpion off my chest. You can touch my boob just to get the scorpion off there. Because, yeah, this is the 21st century. They were clearly spoofing the woke thing. I don't think she cared one way or the other. Like, I'd rather you get the scorpion off my chest. That's a strange thing to say out of context anyway. Get that scorpion off my chest. Get those bees off my nuts. Bees on my nuts. Okay. Oh, crazy. And they were stunts done by professionals. Do not attempt to try that at home. Ew, I believe they did that one sketch. Oh, why did they do that? Ooh, anyway, there's the merry-go-round spinning around barfing sketch. There's that was later, though. Silence of the Lambs sketch. Oh, it was messed up. It's really messed up. And I think that one lady in the audience was more shocked and anything than actually amused. I think she was like, Anyway, it wasn't a date movie. Anyway.